Hi, I'm Megan. Welcome to today's live reading of Marshmallow Rabbit by Lois Wickstrom, presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Join me. Mr. Bonbon was up bright and early, determined to catch his nemesis. Annabelle had stolen her last sweet treat from his candy factory. Over the years, Mr. Bonbon had seen plenty of pilfering pirates. He had to admit he admired Annabelle's cleverness, but enough was enough. Whenever Mr. Bonbon gave tours of his candy factory, Annabelle was there. She always wore a pretty dress with plenty of pockets and frilly shoes with secret hiding places. The old ladies on the tour thought she was cute. Children just love candy, don't they? Said one lady to the other. Her pockets are perfect for snacks, said her friend. At first, Mr. Bonbon had been fooled by Annabelle's innocent appearance. He didn't notice that candies were missing because Annabelle only took small treats, like a gumball or a piece of red licorice. But now she had gotten too bold. She took all-day suckers and giant nut clusters. It had almost become like a game between the two of them. He put the candy where he thought it would be safe, and she figured out a way to snag it. Mr. Bonbon spent sleepless nights thinking about how to stop Annabelle from stealing his candy. Finally, one night in the wee hours, he had an idea. I know. I'll make the candy look easy to steal. It will be the perfect trap. Mr. Bonbon knew that Annabelle could never resist an ooey gooey, scrumptious, galumptious marshmallow rabbit. Now I'll get her, he chortled. Sure enough, the next time Mr. Bonbon opened his candy factory for a tour, there was Annabelle. The old ladies were there too. Annabelle smiled and behaved as if Mr. Bonbon's confections were there just for her. It made him furious, but he was ready. He had placed the giant marshmallow rabbit right in front of the steamy, sweet-smelling mixing vat, where she would be sure to see it. Annabelle was suspicious. Had Mr. Bonbon forgotten what a good thief she was? Did he think that just because this rabbit was too big to fit into her pockets that she would ignore it? But she wanted that marshmallow rabbit so badly that she forgot her suspicions. She grabbed the rabbit's paw and walked with it as if it were another child. Almost immediately, the rabbit was stuck to her hand. Splooch. She tried to pry it loose with her other hand. Now, both of her hands were stuck to that marshmallow rabbit. Splatch. She tried to kick it away with her right foot. Now both her hands and one foot were stuck. Splitch. Oh my, said one of the ladies to her friend. Looks like that sweet girl is in a bit of a pickle. The ladies couldn't help but laugh. Annabelle did not like being laughed at. She kicked at the rabbit with her left foot. Splatcheroo. The old ladies laughed even louder. Annabelle became so angry that she headbutted that marshmallow rabbit right in the nose. Now she was so stuck that she couldn't move. Splunch. The old ladies laughed harder than ever. Mr. Bonbon straightened his face and strode right up to Annabelle. Young lady, you've stolen your last piece of candy from my factory. From now on, you are banned from my tours. Annabelle had to admit that the punishment fit the crime. She would have nodded, but she couldn't even wiggle. Yes, I deserve that, said Annabelle. I would be very sad if I could never enter your factory again. At least you aren't doing the worst thing you could do. You could throw me into the bin with all the pointy foiled wrapped chocolates. Mr. Bonbon thought about all the time he'd have to spend standing at the factory door to stop Annabelle from sneaking in. He said, you can never have any of my yummy candy again. I'll put up posters all over town that says, never sell candy to Annabelle. Tears fell down Annabelle's cheeks. She said, I agree. I deserve that. At least you aren't doing the worst thing you could do. You could throw me in the bin with all the pointy foil wrapped chocolates. Mr. Bonbon thought about how much work it would be to put up all those posters, and she was tricky. She might convince somebody else to buy candy for her. He needed a better idea. I'm going to put an alarm on every box of my candy. If a single box of my candy passes through your front door, that alarm will sound. Before you can eat it, I'll come to your house and take it away. Annabelle felt truly scared. She did not want Mr. Bonbon to come to her house and take away her candy. She said, I deserve that. At least you aren't doing the worst thing you could do. You could throw me in the bin with all the pointy foil wrapped chocolates. Mr. Bonbon thought about how much work it would be to put the alarms on all his candy boxes. Maybe I should just do what Annabelle says is the worst thing of all. Maybe I should throw her in the bin with all the pointy foil wrapped chocolates. Please, Mr. Bonbon, not that, said Annabelle with a sly smile on her face. Sorry, Annabelle, but I have no other choice, said Mr. Bonbon. He picked up Annabelle and threw her into the bin. Spling, splash, crackle. When she landed, the rabbit came unstuck from Annabelle and stuck to the candy. Annabelle was free, and better yet, she was surrounded by chocolate candies. She unwrapped a chocolate and another, and popped them in her mouth. Delicious, she said. Thank you, Mr. Bonbon. This is my favorite candy of all. Mine too, admitted Mr. Bonbon. He knew he'd have to think harder to outwit this master thief. The old ladies laughed.